Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Timely Action Hour. This is the show where we talk about everything from comic books to video games and everything in between. My name is Aidan, and I hope that you're doing well today. In this video, I'm going to be doing a review of Star Trek number 40, published by DC Comics in July of 1987. Now, in the 1980s, Marvel Comics had the license to Star Wars, and DC, ever in competition with Marvel, decided that it would be beneficial for them to get the license to Star Wars' rival, Star Trek. And I forget how many issues they published, but I think it was at least over 100. The series takes place around the same time as the Star Trek films. And this issue is written by Len Wein, one of my favorite comic book authors. He was the co-creator of Swamp Thing, Wolverine, and many other characters. And I have reviewed some of his work on the channel. He co-plotted the Wonder Woman series with George Perez post-Crisis. So if you want to see what I think about his writing style further from this, then I'll leave a link to one of those videos. But in issue 40 of Star Trek, we see the return of Harry Mudd, who is a villain from the original series. And Mudd is funny, you know, he's a comedic villain, but he's still a villain. But they really play up the comedy with him whenever he was on the show, and in this comic it's no different, because Mudd found himself in a pickle because his nephew, who he went into business with, was being attacked by these aliens who he had sold some goods to, but they didn't really like how things turned out. So they attacked him, and he was going to help him, but he ran into some troubles with his spaceship, in the sense that it essentially broke down, and he was transported to this planet. The planet is a barren wasteland. Like, it's still got breathable air, but there was this abandoned temple that he found, and inside the temple was this device that looked like a pyramid. Essentially, this machine was a nanny machine that granted the wishes of the children that it was charged with taking care of. And so Mudd used this to become king of this world, and he eventually was like, well, I want to get off this rock and I want to go home. I really wish I had some help getting off of here because I can't, use my ship. And this fakakta machine can't fix it. So he's like, I really wish for some help. And so the Enterprise is brought to the planet, and Captain Kirk, Spock, Dr. McCoy, Scotty, and Maress, who was a character from Star Trek the Animated Series from the 70s, which is essentially, season 4 of the 4 and 5 of the original series, because that lasted for 2 seasons. But Maress is part of the landing crew, and they are at first confused, like, what's going on here? And then Kirk's like, oh, Mudd, great. And then Mudd explains his predicament, and then they spend the majority of the issue trying to figure out what the machine is, how it works, and how to get off the planet. Meanwhile, Sulu, Chekhov, and Uhura, along with the rest of the crew, are left on the ship in orbit, and hijinks ensues from the wishing machine, and we get some funny comedy bits from Uhura and the rest of the gang. But the main plot is Kirk and his landing party trying to figure out what's going on. And when they figure it out, Spock mind melds with the machine, and they're like, and it's like, oh, you are not my children. Well, you are free to go. Well, I'll send you back to your ship because I magically beamed you off of it. So they arrest Mud, and then they go on their merry way. They take the machine to this Federation planet that's like mainly used as a medical base, and the children who are treated there can use the machine to make their... It's for terminally ill children, so they can use the wishing machine to make their last days happier. And overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being horrible and 10 being amazing, I'd give this an 8. It's well written, in my opinion. The art is decent. I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but it gets the job done, and it looks like the actors from the show and the movies. It was illustrated by Tom Sutton. Now, this is no disrespect to Mr. Sutton. I just think that his art style is fine. It's not anything to write home about. The colors by Michelle Wolfman, very good in my opinion. Letters by Augustin Mass, pretty good. And the inks by Ricardo Villagran, pretty basic, but again, I mean no disrespect, but overall pretty good issue. And let me show you some of the artwork here, because there are great moments visually speaking. It's just like I said, nothing too spectacular. But here's Harry explaining his story to the landing party.
We left you in custody after that affair on the Rigel mining planet.
Yes. Well, I organized a technical information service, bringing modern industrial techniques to backward planets, making available certain valuable patents to struggling young civilizations throughout the galaxy.
Did you pay royalties to the owners of those patents?
That's all I've got for you today on this video for the National Timely Action Hour. Once again, my name is Aiden, and I sincerely hope that you all have a wonderful day, and I would like to thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do, and you can find my links in the description of this video. And that's really all I've got for you. Have a great day. Bye.